Hey everyone, GrimmChorizo here, and welcome to Wrestling Roundup, the show where I give you this week's wrestling news, rumors, and recap. So let's get started with the results from Clash of Champions. Mojo Rawley defeated Zack Ryder. Dolph Ziggler won the triple threat match against Baron Corbin and Bobby Roode to win the United States Championship. The Usos retained the SmackDown Tag Team titles in a fatal four-way match against The New Day, Rusev and Aiden English, and Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. Charlotte Flair retained the Women's Championship against Natalya in a lumberjack match. The Bludgeon Brothers defeated the Fashion Police. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens defeated Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura, with Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon both as referees to keep their jobs. And in the main event, AJ Styles retained the WWE Championship against Jinder Mahal. To be honest, I thought Clash of Champions wasn't too bad. I thought that AJ and Jinder was actually a pretty decent match, the best match I've seen Jinder have ever. I thought that the tag match, the Fatal 4-Way, was just the best. Best match of the night. SmackDown Tag Division is on fire, and that match really showed it. I thought the triple threat match for the US title was pretty good as well. And you know, I wasn't that huge on the tag match between Zayn and Owens versus Nakamura and Orton, other than the antics between Bryan and Shane as the referees. Obviously there was some controversy, seeing as Shane would not count the pin for Sami Zayn, and Bryan did a fast count to get them the win, so there's definitely intrigue. On Raw, Kurt Angle announced that Brock Lesnar will take on Braun Strowman and Kane in a triple threat match at the Royal Rumble for the Universal Championship. Hideo Itami made his Raw debut, helping out Finn Balor and defeating The Miz-Taraj in a tag team match. Cedric Alexander defeated Drew Gulak to become the #1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship. The Revival made their return, defeating Heath Slater and Rhino. And to close out Raw, Stephanie McMahon had all the women in the ring, and she announced that there will be the first ever all-women's Royal Rumble match. So first of all, I think that is awesome that they're doing an all-women's Royal Rumble match. It's definitely deserved, it's the right time, there's enough women to do it. It should be awesome. I'm guessing it'll be a 20-women match instead of a 30, but I guess we'll see. I just didn't like the execution of this. I did not like how the women were fighting and they had this match, and then afterwards, that all just, you know, they break their characters and they're all hugging and crying as Stephanie announces this landmark announcement. It's like they don't do that with the guys. They don't have, you know, when they announced the TakeOver War Games match, they didn't have Adam Cole and the Authors of Pain and Sanity all hugging and crying because they're going to make history doing War Games. You know, I know it's just maybe a little nitpick. I'm just happy they're doing the Royal Rumble match, but I thought she could have just come out and said that they were doing the match and left it at that. And they could have reacted, but they didn't have to react out of character. On SmackDown, Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan discussed the controversy from Clash of Champions. Shane McMahon left for the night after Daniel Bryan, you know, he said, "I just don't want you to turn into your father." Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin defeated the Usos in a tag team match. Charlotte and Naomi defeated Ruby Riott and Sarah Logan in a tag team match. Dolph Ziggler came out and left the United States title in the ring and walked out. So definitely some intrigue there, what's going on. The New Day defeated Rusev and Aiden English in a tag team match, Christmas-themed tag team match. And in the main event, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Jinder Mahal, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn in a 6-man tag team match. So this week I'm going to give the win to Raw. Even though I was critiquing, you know, how they did the Royal Rumble announcement, I'm still glad that it happened. I thought that SmackDown has more intrigue with the stuff with Bryan and Shane. What's going to happen? I don't know. It makes me want to keep watching. What's Ziggler doing? He walked out he left the title. Is he going to debut a new title design for the US title? Is he quitting? Is he just forfeiting the title? We don't know. So it makes you want to tune back in. But Raw had more moments. You know, Hideo's debut, the Revival's return, the Royal Rumble announcement, you know, and Cedric Alexander and Drew Gulak having a good match. And more than that, it just Raw had more moments. SmackDown has more intrigue. So both good shows and both have good things coming from them, but I'm going with Raw this week. On NXT, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly won the NXT Tag Team titles from Sanity. Dean Ambrose had surgery this week. It was successful for a tricep injury. It's not been said how long he's going to be out for, but hopefully not too long. So thanks for watching this week's episode of Wrestling Roundup. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next week. See you later, and have a Merry Christmas.